What is up, guys? It's Fab here, and today I've got a pretty cool tutorial for you lot. It's a transition. I'm not really sure of the name, but it's where the screen slides across into the clip that you're using, slides across into, as I'm sure you saw in the preview, and it does look pretty cool and it's really easy to do. So I'm going to show you how to do it. So jumping into it, what you're going to need is two clips, obviously, and here I've got a cinematic, which I'll show you, and then the clip to go with that. So basically what you want to do is, on the clip that you're going to want to be doing the transition on, you're going to want to find a bit that is good to transition, so good where you're going to take your snapshot. So for me that would be here, because that's where it's going to start the clip. And once you've found your spot, you want to go up to your preview and change it to best full and take a snapshot by hitting that, and then just hit save, and make sure you put your quality back to preview auto. Wait a few seconds and the picture will pop up here. So for now we can put this video to the side because we don't need it for now, but don't delete it. So what we're going to do is drag this image on, and now you want to make two video tracks. So just right click on this and add two video tracks. And now what we're going to be doing is some masking. So you want to drag this first one above the clip and a bit before it ends, so about here. And now what you want to do is go into pan and crop, and we're going to be masking it out. So you want to hit mask, and bear in mind you can't do this if you haven't got Sony Vegas Pro. You need Pro to mask. But yeah, so you won't be able to see it on video, but when you go into pan and crop, there's little dots all around here. But like I said, you can't see it on the video. You have to go into Vegas to see it, unless you're in full screen in HD. You might be able to see it then. But anyway, once you see the dots, you basically want to go up 9, which is halfway up the video. So start here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and on your 9th spot add a dot. Go across to this 9th spot and click the dot there, and you'll see that's made a straight line across here. And now what you want to do is just go around the video to here, and don't join these up yet, because I'm going to show you a little trick to do it quicker. So exit out of that for now, and now what you want to do is copy this and paste it above. And now go into the one you've just pasted, and it'll be a bit zoomed in, but just click like here. And now instead of joining it up to this one, what we're going to do is go all the way back around, all the way around, and then join it up here, and that just saves making another mask. But what that's done is it's made the bottom bit, and then just go back into your first one here and join it up to this one. And now, as you'll see, if I move this, these are two individual bits. I'll show you here. This is two individual bits masked, and we're basically just going to be keyframing that now. So now what you want to do is drag the first one, whichever one you want to start with, top or bottom first, and you want to go back into pan and crop, and it'll still be on mask, but you just want to hit the top layer here and it'll put it onto where you can animate it. And now you want to make sure that this is selected on moving X only, just so it can only move sideways, which prevents it looking messy or whatever. You want make sure your size about center's on, make sure lock aspect ratio, and make sure enable snapping is on, just to make sure this is all clean. So now, for the start point, you either want to choose right or left. So I'm going to do this one going off to the left. So you just want to drag it off to the left where it's off the screen here. And now you want to go ahead a certain amount of keyframes, however you want. I'm going to go ahead 10, but obviously the less keyframes you go, the faster, the longer it's going to be. So I'm going to go 10, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you can see down here the amount of keyframes you're going. And then you want to drag this back into the middle, and you can exit out of this one. And now if you've got this selected, sync cursor, then when you exit out of this, your cursor will automatically be where this is finished, but if not, just use the arrow keys to see where this stops on the screen, and then drag your other half, your top or bottom layer in to where that finishes. Go into pan and crop, hit the top layer again, and now you're just gonna wanna drag this the opposite way to what you dragged that one. So this way. Wait, hold on. Yeah, the opposite way to what this one is. And now what you're going to want to do is do the same thing. Go ahead 10 keyframes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now drag this into the middle. Like so. Now you'll notice, if I preview this out, that this is what it looks like. So as you can see so far, the two screens come across into each other like this, and if you mess around with the time, you can make it faster, slower, however you want. You can make it so they cross in at the same time, it's just up to you. But now what you're going to want to do is find where it stops altogether, which is right here, and you're going to want to drag all of these down to where it stops, and especially this one, the layer you're working on below, so it looks like this. And now you want to go back to your video which you got your picture from, and just drag that to where these two end, and now this is what it will look like. So there you go, the two screens come across, and it does look pretty cool. So once you've got your transition all animated like this, what you can do is add some linear blur just to give it a bit of a motion blur effect if you haven't got motion blur. So to do that, you just want to go to horizontal light on linear blur and drag it on to one of them, and basically what you're going to do is hit the amount on where it says amount, hit the keyframe button here, and to start with we're going to have the amount about 100, right? About 100, yeah, about 100. And what you want to do is, you can see this is blurred here, so basically you just want to go ahead to where it stops, which is there, and turn the blur all the way down. And now we're just going to do the same on the bottom. Drag on horizontal light, hit keyframe, drag this to around 100. Around 100, drag it to around 100. Go to where it stops, which is here, and drag the amount down. And now, when I preview this here, you can see it gives you that cool motion blur effect. So it comes in animated blur, and it does look really sick. Now what I'm going to show you is if you're doing it with a video and not a picture, so when this is coming across it'll be the video playing, then all you have to do is just say this is the video now. Just don't take a snapshot, just use this. But say this is the video, you want to drag it to the same start point so that the video looks the same throughout, and you just want to go into pan and crop, and it's just a different way of keyframing. You want to keep it at the start where it's off, and you just want to find where your first one comes completely onto the screen, and then you want to add a keyframe, and then you want to go ahead 10 from this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 right there, and then you want to drag it on. And basically that's just basic keyframing. And if you're using a video, that would just keep it so it doesn't look distorted or it doesn't look different. But anyway, this is what it looks like. So now, just to make it a little bit cooler, we are going to add a sound effect, so I'll just drag that in quickly. The download for this will be in the description, so you lot can use it. But if you haven't got my editing pack, then make sure you download that, because it's got loads of these sound effects in it. I'll put an annotation on the screen to that video, so you can get it if you want it. So now, this is the sound effect we're going to be using, and it's just like a little swish sound effect. And you want to drag this to where these two start, right here. And below that, you want to make sure that there's an audio track. If there isn't, just right click and hit audio. And you want to right click, copy this, and now go to where the transition starts and find where the first one ends, which is there. And now just paste the sound effect below so that the sound effect's happening when they both start to come in. And when you're all done with that, this is what it will look like. And it obviously sounds weird because there's no music or audio on the clip, but when you've got music and stuff, it sounds really cool. You can muffle them if you want, just to make it sound different. But yeah, that's pretty much this tutorial done. Like I said, you can do it in many different ways. It's up to you how you do it. This is just a basic one, but I couldn't really find any good tutorials describing this, so I decided to do one. As always, if you liked, please leave a thumbs up and a favourite. It does help out a lot. And leave a comment as well if you have any suggestions on what I should do. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.